kaunti yangu ya Nyamira. Mjambo, mimi ni Senator Omogeni, senator wenyu, na wakaribisha katika nyumba yetu ya Senate, na mimi ndio senator wenyu, na mimi ni member wa Labor Committee of the Senate. So karibuni Nairobi, and I hope mmewacha watu wa Nyamira wakiwa salama. Gavana, watu wako salama?
Tumewacha salama.
Asante sana, karibu sana.
My name is George Bogwa. I'm the vice chair of this committee and I'm chairing the meeting today. So Secretariat, kindly introduce yourselves.
And the senators. My name is Amos Nyaribo, Governor for Nyamira County. We start with my immediate right. You can go around. You start. Yeah.
The Honorable Chair, Senators, the staff, my name is Kennedy Angwe.
Public Service Management. Good morning, I'm Violet Umbati, an administrator.
This is the Committee of Labor and Social Service, and you've been invited here due to a statement which was sought by your senator, the Honorable Omogeni, and it is a matter which arose from the Auditor General's report of the Nyamira County Government, where it was reported that you had expended more than the prescribed amounts for the personnel movements, which accounted for 57% of the budget. So I would give you this opportunity to respond to that. Then thereafter, the honorable members of the committee will be seeking some more clarifications. That is after you've given the report. Thank you. Karibu.
Before I answer what brought us here, I would like you to give me permission to give a personal statement.
Yes, Chair, before he continue, it is good to the governor to introduce the county secretary, because the matter we are referring here, he or she must be here, and the commissioner, chairperson of commissioners.
With me here, I have the county secretary here, Dr. Magara, and the chairman of Public Service Board, Dr. Kereri, just behind here. So most of the things I'll be delegating to them to give explanations, and I'll come in where necessary.
Through the chair. Now you have said you have a chair, County Public Service Board. Is that what you said?
Yes.
What about the CEO? The person who communicates the decisions of the board?
I thought the chairman can stand for the whole board.
Where is the CEO, the secretary?
Somebody is raising her hand there. Are you the CEO? Sorry, I saw you raising your hand.
Maybe chairman can tell us who is your CEO, Pana Chairman.
I see.
Is she with you here?
She's not here.
Okay. Who normally communicates the decisions of the board?
The secretary of the board.
Why is she not here?
You know, we were invited individually, so I can't answer for her.
Do you have the letter that you got from the clerk of the Senate?
No, I didn't get the invitation. I was invited by His Excellency.
Okay. Maybe, Governor, were you told to bring the chairman and not the secretary? The way your chairman is.
Usually, we cannot bring our staff here because some must remain behind to work. In this case, I thought the chairman is competent and conversant with what has brought us here.
Who normally communicates the decisions of the board?
Is of course the secretary.
So, who is the person competent to tell us issues of human resource? If it's the secretary who responds, I don't know, Mazai, you have been.
But she responds based on the instructions given by the board.
If I may ask, where the person who should communicate decisions made is the secretary. And I'm surprised that you can leave that one out, and you come with the rest of the people who are not the people who communicate the decisions made. And I don't know how you intend to answer on behalf of the secretary who is not here, because you are not supposed to be answering. It's him or her who is supposed to be answering on behalf of the decisions that have been made by the board. How do you explain that?
Chairman, it could have been an omission, but usually we come with the chairman or secretary or alternative.
Senator Modigi.
Is it possible to listen to the governor and the others who are here? Then we can make the final decision, because we must continue. Then others will come to answer these questions.
Okay, Senator. So we will proceed with that, because the chair is there, the board is there. So you proceed, Governor, you make the statement you wanted to make.
I wanted the guidance from the chair, whether it's in order for the Senate of Nyamira to be taking issues of this honorable committee to funerals and misinterpreting some of the issues which have been discussed here with the aim of demeaning my stature. And also, I wanted the guidance because there is conflict of interest. And some of the issues he raises here, which are not in the program, are issues he can get straight from the office.
No, on a small point of order, Chairman.
Governor, before I allow the minority leader, whatever may have been said there is not privy to this committee. We've not heard, and this is the first time we are engaging on this matter, because it was a question which was raised. So I would request we restrict ourselves to the matters at hand so that we proceed. Whatever could have been said elsewhere, it is not in our purview, kindly. So I would urge we will proceed with your report.
No, Chair. You know, this is a house of record. There's a difference between being in the county of Nyamira and being before a committee of the Senate. When the governor says that matters that have been discussed before this committee have been taken to funerals, he has an obligation to be factual and to substantiate what he's saying. You know, those are our rules. So he must be specific. Tell us when you are here before this committee of labor, what was discussed, what found its way to a funeral. You don't come here and make blanket statements. So can I have a substantiation from the governor to tell us the dates when he was here before this committee, what was discussed before this committee that found its way to a funeral? Otherwise, before he proceeds, Chairman, he should withdraw, because we are not here to politicking. And I want to also have him expound what is conflict of interest. Can he state with specificity what he means by saying Senator of Nyamira is conflicted?
Yeah, if I may give some.
Okay.
Governor, I think the issues that brought you before this committee were communicated to you in writing. You have responded in that writing. So we want to interrogate that response. So if there are any other issues that you want to raise, you can raise them after you have been able to conclude on this response. But now if you deal with some other extraneous issues, you may not make progress. So I'd rather you withdraw and then you allow
I'm guided, Chairman.
So with
To bring it after the discussions which brought us.
yeah, withdraw, then you proceed with your presentation of your report.
Yes.
And Chair, if I may.
Have we withdrawn?
Withdrawn, then I'll bring them later.
Okay.
Chair, Nyaribo, that I don't think we need to take issues which you have at home and you bring the differences here. We are only interested in the issues raised by the senator. The other extraneous issues are not ours. Hiyo ni ya nyumbani huko. Lakini whatever the senator has brought here in terms of his question or his statement is the matter that we are going to deal with. So if I may be kind enough, is that I would only advise that let's not get emotional. Let us not look at one another as if we are in Nyamira. We are in Nairobi now. The senator is a member of this committee, and he's here by right. Secondly, he could even not be in this committee, but is allowed to attend as a friend of this committee. So there's no way we are going to say because of certain issues or interest that he's not supposed to be sitting with us here. He's sitting here by the mandate of the people of Kisii, or of Nyamira. Yes, I'm sorry about that.
So you may proceed.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman and honorable members. You allow me to hand over to the Council Secretary to take us all through.
We received an invitation that had requested for a comprehensive human resource staffing report, including the salaries that were paid in the month of July 2024. And before you, we have presented a comprehensive report. I will quickly take you through the...
Just before you proceed, let me allow the senator who has just walked in to introduce himself.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Senator Richard Nyonka, a senator from Kisii County, member of this committee, a friend of the governor and his team, a friend of the senator of Nyamira, and I'm happy to be here, Chair.
You are not a member of this committee, you are a friend of
I said I'm a friend of this committee.
Thank you.
Sorry if I misspoke. Sorry.
Thank you. So
If you go to page 2, page 1 is basically introduction of what the county government of Nyamira is. When you go to page 2, we provided a table that provides an analysis of the staffing structure of the county government of Nyamira. We have in total 4,384 officers of various cadres. 103 of those officers captured in that table are officers that we are currently processing for separation due to issues of fake certificates. In table 1.1, Chair, we have presented the analysis of our staffing in terms of skilled and auxiliary staff. We have about 2,260 staff who are skilled and auxiliary staff 2124. In table 3, Chair, we have presented an analysis of the trends of the composition of our workforce for the last 3 years. And in table 1.2, we have presented the gender composition of our staffing. 44.5% are male and 55.5% are female. On table 4, we have presented the numbers of officers that are with special needs, that is persons with disability. And on page 6, Chair, we have presented the structure of our staffing by age. About 29% of our staff are youths, 35 and below, and we have 6.6% who are 55 and above. On table 6, Chair, we have presented analysis of exits from our public service over the last 5 years. And on table 7, we have presented an analysis of replacements we have done over the last 5 years as well. A total of 740 officers left our public service over the last 5 years, and a total of 674 joined over a similar period.
On page 9, we have done a summary of our wage bill analysis. We spent 3.457 billion on PE in the financial year 2023-24 against our revenue of 7,282,175,903, translating to about 47%. We have also presented an analysis of what, in our view, is currently a change in terms of wage bill. Number one is the salary adjustments that have been offered to the health workers over a period of time, resulting from various negotiations on CBS and also circulars from SRC. And number two, we have included the introduction of a housing levy that was introduced by way of Affordable Housing Act 2024 that obligates the county governments to contribute 1.5% of employees' gross salary to the collector of that particular levy. And C, we have had a salary review to all public servants across the board. In the third cycle, the SRC reviewed salary structure for all state officers and public servants in the county governments and national government, effective 1st of July 2023, and we have provided circulars to that effect. Among the measures we are taking to control the wage bill, Chair, we have listed there about 4 measures. Number one, we regularly do payroll audit to safeguard integrity of the payroll and to ensure that we detect any manipulation of the payroll that includes irregular promotions and safeguard the payroll from ghost workers. Number two, we have been doing verification of employee certificates. This is an exercise that is being done by both levels of government to ensure that officers with the fake certificates are not found in our payroll. And so far, we have found 103 officers in possession of fake certificates. They are currently being processed by DCI and ESCC and the board. And out of that, we have realized an annual saving of about 69 million. We have also implemented a hiring freeze except for replacement of the critical staff who continue to leave the service by way of natural attrition, or those who leave by way of resignations when they get greener pastures. Finally, we are also working very hard to improve our revenues by way of automating all our revenue systems. And Chair, in our report, we have relied on a presentation there from the Controller of Budget that indicates our on-source revenue has risen from 166 million in the year 2021-2022 to 369 million in the year 2023-2024, translating to about a growth of 123%. In conclusion, from the foregoing, we have demonstrated that our wage bill is not ballooning because of recruitment of new staff, but the county government has majorly concentrated on replacing the technical staff that continue to leave the service in order to ensure we provide essential services to the people of Nyamira. And this is an exercise that we jointly consult with the county assembly whenever such happen. We have provided a list of annexures, Chair, that supports the report that we have provided, and they are listed from Annex A to Annex H in the report before you. Thank you, Chairman.
Do you have a list of these 103 staff who are found to have forged documents?
Yes, we have the list.
You have the list? You have provided?
It's not in the report here, but we have it, we can provide.
Do you have it with you now? Can you provide now?
Chair.
Yes, if you give us about 10 minutes, we'll provide.
Yeah. Okay. The Secretariat, you can guide him so that he can provide.
Give us copies for now.
Chair. County Secretary. If you look at Table number 7. Page 13. Page 8, sorry. You recruited about 25 staff last year.
Yes.
And you said these have been critical staff.
Yes.
Can you provide a list of those 225 employees? And secondly, the critical positions that they hold in the county government of Nyamira.
Yes, we can provide.
And also a breakdown.
We can provide that.
Of the ethnic composition, because as you have noted, one of the issues which was raised was that majority of our staff, about more than 90%, belong to one ethnic community. Yes. Number 2, your position at page 9, that the wage bill is at 47% of the county revenues, contradicts that one of the control of budget. The control of budget says that you are at 55%, 55.2%. Have you been able to read the control of budget's report for the year 2023-2024, which was released about last month, to be able to see where the contradiction is? Because we know the control of budget gets that information from you people. The information that you have given the control of budget is different from what you have relayed to this committee. Thank you, Chair.
So you note that, then the other.
I wanted to ask the Secretary 2 questions. You know what the law says in terms of the percentages and the number of people that you employ in the county. Vis-a-vis 1, how many people with disability have you employed in the county government? Number 2, you know the law says that 30% of the people that you're supposed to employ in your county are actually supposed to be people from either outside the community or who obviously don't come from your county. How many such individuals have you employed? Then I think, Chair, with the questions I'm asking him, I would want, because Chair, these days Kenyans tell us what to ask people. I have an affidavit that one of the workers of Nyamira County Government has sent to me, and I'm going to read it to you after you've answered me, so that you understand what the issues are in your county.
Yes, Senator Mudigi.
Thank you. Because of gender imbalance, do you have list of gender imbalance for ladies / men to see how you did because of gender?
Yeah.
Thank you. I've looked at your list of documents that have been provided here. And I have not seen the documents, particularly on professionals, the essential cadre of employees that you need to employ. Could you be kind enough to give the list of names and their positions, if you have them, or if they're there? We want to know the number of professionals that you indeed be or beneficiaries of your term in office.
So Governor, you are the one to share the questions with your officers, whoever you want to respond.
Question that was asked by Senator Faki. Are we together, Secretary? Dr. Magara?
Yes, Honorable Senator.
Yeah, you asked a question about the recruitments you made in the year 2023. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And your response I've seen is that you have only been replacing technical staff that exit the service. That's what you said at page 11.
Yes.
Now, I want to see, because these are public documents and I'm sure you have them, these recruitments you have made for 674. Can I have a copy of the advert so that we are able to know what these technical positions are? Okay. Then we get, if you have the adverts, can I get a report of, because you have the chairman there, the report from the County Public Service Board showing us the interview process and the names that were successful and the areas of technical expertise. Their documentations. You know, we cannot discuss this matter comprehensively without these documentations. So are you able to provide those ones? Then you have told us about people who have left the service, 103. You can see your report at page 7. Yeah, I would like you to clarify. When you say these people are being processed, what do you mean? Have they been dismissed? Have their salaries been stopped? Are they going through a disciplinary process where they are being served with notices of dismissal? Because you have said in your report you are taking into account that you are going to save 60 million. So I want you to explain to me properly what is their status. And that should include what you told us last time about Mr. Kiriago, whom you said had left the service. How did he leave? Did you dismiss him? Did he resign? Did his contract come to an end? How did Mr. Kiriago leave the service? Finally, if these people have left the service, are we able to get your payroll so that we see how you have saved these 60 million? You have said in your report that you are going to save 60 million. Can we have a copy of the payroll before they exited service and the current payroll so that we can agree with your position that the county is going to save 60 million? Then finally, I think the basis of the auditor and control budget is reports that your P&D has hit 55%. She's taking into account the shareable revenue and on-source revenue. Okay? And, you know, it's not our position. That is the position of a public officer, actually a constitutional office holder, who has gone through your records and made that conclusion. May I know on what basis you want to dismiss or to disagree with that report? Then, Chairman, the very final, I've looked at the list you have given. I think it's at page 2. Composition of the county staff of Nyamira. Okay? I want to understand where you place in these job groups. Where do you place ECD teachers, especially those who are on contract? I'm more concerned with the guys. I have a payslip here if you want me to share with you. I'm interested with these ECD teachers who you pay a special salary of 12,980. In that categorization, where do they fall? From job, you have given us from job group S down to job group A, I believe. Where do the ECD teachers fall? Are they on contract? Are they permanent and pensionable? Could I have that clarification? And then I want you to tell us who makes the communication. These dismissals, is communication made by the secretary of the board, or you make the communication as yourself, or it's the chairman who communicates the sacking? Thank you, Chairman.
Okay, you can respond now.
In terms of gender balance, there's a response provided on table 3. that indicates we have 1949 male officers and 2435 females. On the issue of disability and the minority that has been asked by the Honorable Senator for Kisi, we have on table 4, we have indicated the officers in our public service that are classified as persons with disability. We have 51. We are aware that there is a provision in the Constitution that requires you have about 5%, and we are working towards that. In terms of minority, I know we have somewhere, I'm looking for it, but I know we are at 94.7 for a dominant community and about 5.3 for other communities. We are aware that we are among the counties that have not achieved the 30% quota for minority, and we are taking progressive actions to move towards the same. In terms of the officers that we have reported to be having forgeries, Honorable Chair, we have a list here that if you allow us, we can table. Although it has names of individual officers, so
Even if it was the name of the president, you would still have to table it.
Thank you, well guided. In terms of the officers we recruited in 2023, as requested by the leader of minority, Honorable Chair, we have a list of categories of officers who were employed in 2023, that if you allow us, we can also table.
Sergeant at Arms.
Further to that question, if I understood the leader of minority well, he also wanted to know the type of professionals we hire in the counties. Honorable Chair, we hire staff that provide services that are devolved. We have attempted to provide a breakdown of how we have structured our government on page 1. So we hire all categories of staff as provided for the services that are devolved. In terms of dismissals, Honorable Chair, the officers who are in the list that we have just tabled are currently before the board for the process of dismissal, which is that is a responsibility of the County Public Service Board. And once they are done and the board takes a decision on the same, they will be served with letters from the County Public Service Board. While on the same, forgery being a criminal offence, the county government has also made a report to the DCI that is currently investigating the matter, and also EACC. And once they are through with the investigations, then necessary action will be taken as guided by them. In terms of adverts, I will hand over that to the chairman of the board. But I will make a comment on Ms. Kiriago. Mr. Kiriago was recruited in the county government of Nyamira on secondment from national government. That secondment ended on 31st of March 2024, and the county government has not extended his services, so he's back to national government.
Sorry, you say he was forwarded?
He was seconded.
Seconded. Was he given any letter of appointment by the County Public Service Board?
Yes, he was given a letter, and subsequent to that...
When was the contract commencing and ending?
The secondment was to end on 31st of March 2024, and it indeed ended, and we have not extended his services in the county.
I was asking who signed his employment letter, and is he now out of the payroll?
He's out of the payroll from March.
Who can answer the question of letter of appointment to give him?
The chairman can answer that.
Okay.
In terms of placement of the ECD teachers, we have two categories. The officers who are on permanent and pensionable, the ones with the certificates are in job group G. The ones, G, yes. The ones with the diplomas are in job group H. The ones on contract, I would request the chairman of the board to assist with that.
Sorry, Chair. So these ones earning a special salary are what category? Where do you place them in your list?
Yeah, before, the Honorable Chair, before, the ECD teachers did not have a scheme of service. And it was up to last year that the SRC provided guidance on how they are supposed to be graded. Before then, we were paying them as we were paying a local contract. They were on local contract agreement, and we were paying a special salary. However, with advisory from SRC, the county government has provided, is working towards reintegrating them in accordance with that advisory of last year, and which also was revised, I think, last month. There's another advisory which came from SRC in terms of how we are supposed to place them, and we are working on the budget to do the conversion from the local contract agreement that they are on right now to the job grades that have been advised by the SRC.
So I just wanted to know what will be the new salary for ECD teachers once you move out of
their salary will be the same as their salary will be the same as officers in job group G.
Which is how much? Just
we'll get the figure shortly. Payroll manager will get me the figure shortly, but their salary will be the same as the salary in the public service for job group G and job group H for those with the diplomas. Chair, if you allow, we can request the chairman of the, before the chairman comes in, the CC member of finance to clarify the issue of wage bill and the computation that was done by the control of budget, and the chair of the board to kindly assist on the issue of advert and the list of candidates, if indeed he has them here. Thank you, Chairman.
Okay.
In the position you hold is that the report from the COP was erroneous.
Not erroneous. Not erroneous. It's not erroneous. Instead, what COP...
Yes,
Point of order. I think you should give us figures, not abstract responses. Yes. If he says that they collect some money for facility improvement, they should tell us this is the amount that we collect for facility improvement. If it's 1 billion, if it's $500 million, yes, and then the amount that they
Chair, but you knew what you were coming to do. You have stated what you are telling us in your reports. You know you're using public resources. You come here, you give us updated information, then you say you want 7 days. Because this report has been in the public domain. It says, have you read it?
Yes, sir.
The one from the control card, it says the wage bill accounted for 55.2% of county total revenue for the financial year 2020-2023, which is above the ceiling provided in law. So you have already acted contrary to the law. You knew when you were coming to Nairobi that that's the question that will arise. And you made a response and said, this report does not reflect the true position of the council. So if you ought to have come with the documents, why do you want 7 days?
Yeah, this information we have to see and provide information as solidarity care. The specific information in terms of what we collected from other sources, what we collected from WEWE, what we collected from income share, and the actual employee cost during the years.
So the point the Senator is raising, since you have them, you have come with them. Yes. But we take note you don't have them now, but we will allow you the 7 days. So Senator Onyoka.
Chair, I want, excuse me, my brother, I'm still with you. I'm going to ask 2 questions and then present a document. The system you're using right now, is it manual or are you under IPPPD?
For payment of salaries, IPPD.
Do you feed any amounts of money into the IPPD system to pay people, or do you pay on separate accounts? You see, the revenue you collect under own source revenue and the revenue you collect Facility Improvement Fund, the suggestion you're trying to imply is that you're actually using that money to pay salaries. Am I correct?
No. If your permission, Chair, no.
Then why did you bring?
I'm bringing it on board.
Yes.
I'm saying that resources from WEWE is equally on source revenue, but it's already fenced for using in our health.
For what purpose?
For health facilities.
Is it for physical health improvement for the facilities, or is it for paying of salaries and wages?
It is not for paying salaries and wages.
Thank you. So this has no business with it being brought into this argument. Correct?
Yeah, point of clarification.
Yes. Yes, Governor.
The one Senator Oruoba is talking about, and
please, Governor, just take us to the document. When you say the
Page 9.
is this your document or which one?
Page 9.
Your response?
yeah, on page 9.
Of your response?
Yes. These figures stated here are actual figures. The salaries are actual. The revenues are composed on source revenue, allocation from national government, and the conditional grants.
Page 9 in the response.
Governor, I get you. I get what you're saying. So therefore, you are wrong, and the Governor is now saying he's right. He's saying all the payments that are made for the workers of Nyamira has a box of own source revenue, facility improvement fund, donor fund facilities, and government shareable revenue as a total. Do you disagree with him?
I agree with my boss, Chair, that that's what comprises of total revenue.
So if you were on oath, you would have actually have lied to the committee.
Chair.
Just wait, Madam Chair, right?
Chair, why I brought the explanation when CO is computing one source revenue, it separates F5 being expense as resources for our facilities, and these are the sources we get from other sources.
That one I agree with you. I asked you a question, is this money being used to pay salaries? You say no. I go to the second question. To you. Yeah, it's to you. Be general. And yourselves, who do you think this committee can believe? If you were on my side, who do you think I should believe?
Just word on that, Chair. You know, you are contradicting yourself. On the one hand, you are saying that FIF is not considered as on source revenue. Okay? On the other hand, you are saying no, but if you compute FIF together with the on source revenue, our figures comes to 47%. So which is which, as my brother Senator Onyonka is asking?
Chair, allow me.
Can he answer that question?
Chair, allow me, because I'm equally also in the same point. Yeah. Chair, I think what is happening, and you know, I have actually put my time to read this response that was tabled by the county government of Nyamira. And Governor, I might say, I have to say that maybe the person who is presenting the facts that you have responded to does not understand what we are looking at. Because, Chair, when I read this report, because I have read it, I don't know whether my colleagues have read the report in detail. Past even that page 9, if you go further to page 10 and page 11, they are even explaining on how, for instance, they are on page 11, if you go there, on a question that Senator Onyonka has asked, on whether the services are automated or not. They've gone further to explain what is happening and how much on on-source revenue has been or is being raised and is being projected. So, Chair, what we're having here is perhaps, and Governor, maybe take note of this, the people who are presenting your response maybe do not understand, because the issues that they are talking about are actually contradicting with the reports that you have tabled to the committee. And for me, when I read the report, Chair, no, I'm participating in this committee. When I read the report, Chair, my question, Chair, allow me to ask my question.
Point of order, Chair.
Allow me to ask my question. Allow me to ask my question, Chair.
Just a second, Senator Gloria. Yes, what is it?
Robert should allow the witness to answer the questions. If she wants to answer the question,
I have a question
for the governor. Yeah. Let her sit with the governor and answer those questions.
No, Chair, that is out of order. I'm not answering questions.
Yeah, allow him to answer them.
Chair, I have a question equally as my colleagues have asked. My question, yes, after the explanation that they have given in this report would be, because what they are not clear on is the percentages. When they talk about automated and payroll audit and all this, they are not putting the percentages there for us to be able to tabulate and say, this is how they have come to the 47%. Chair, that is the gap I see.
Okay. Chair, I was interrogating, and I respect my sister for raising the issue she's raised. I'm not
Gloria.
Senator Gloria, thank you. Senator Gloria is answering. The question I'm asking is simple, and please answer me. The Auditor General said you are spending revenue on your workforce and it is at 50-something%. You've come and said that is not the figure, and I'm asking you to tell me, who do you think I should believe?
Chair, maybe
this is your team, so I allow you.
That's why I came in.
Yeah.
And they said these are actual figures.
Okay,
the wage bill we have stated here for this month, for this year, is actual figure. The revenues we have said here, 7.2, is actual figure.
Can you break it for us, while you are there, the 7.2, can you break it for us? What is national shareable revenue and what is on source?
You give us time, we break.
Governor.
I can't break over dear Senator.
You don't understand it. You know.
I understand. That's why I'm explaining is
what the control of budget is telling you, if you have read the report, okay, is that you should draw a distinction between what you call national shareable revenue, own source, and the conditional grants for projects. What you are giving us here, as what you are calling revenue at 7.2%, does not agree with that position of the controller of budget. That's why Onyonka is asking you, Senator Onyonka is asking you. We have a person of figures who is telling us, scientifically, this is my position. You are telling us your position is different. And I'm telling you, to convince us, can you give us a breakdown on this 7.2? Because you're saying that is your revenue, you are the governor, you are the chief executive.
That one can be broken down if you give us some short time.
Yes.
Because
can give you 3 minutes.
Give us about 10 minutes so that they can break down.
I thought this is your CC finance.
We have the CC for finance here.
Do you understand?
Surely that one you can do it in 3 minutes.
Chair, I request for us to provide accurate information as you've directed. You give us 3-4 days. Extract that.
You know, Chairman.
No, you know what is happening, and now, Chair, allow me to say this.
Chair, the reason as to why I'm saying this, my chief officer, the accounting officer in finance, as we speak, is in a COP meeting. Is not in the county. My head of accounting services is not in the county. So those are the technical people I rely on.
But Chair, allow me to say this. This information is here. Just need your team there, because the information is in your report. Chair. This is not something that needs 3 days.
Chair. Who prepared the report, if I may ask? Who prepared this report? Governor, who prepared the report saying you have revenue of 7.2? Because when you do something and you present to us, I presume, from where I'm sitting, that before you table it, you understand. When we ask a question, we anticipate that you have the answers at your fingertips. Because it's not ours. It's you who has brought it to us, and you are saying you are differing with the control budget, and we want you to give us a breakdown.
That's why I'm saying, Chair, and if you calculate it, comes 47.
So that's what I'm saying. Where is the breakdown?
We can do it in a short time.
What I can comment, Chair, what I can, because see for finance he is here and he is saying he doesn't have the about to calculate for now. It is good to give him time because we are going to make a lot of argument here. We are not going to do anything. He is saying to be given this, and they are going to bring the report. Sometimes he can argue and he doesn't have.
Chair, if I may intervene, maybe I guess the delegation from Nyamira is not adequately prepared to answer these questions. The best thing we can do maybe is to give them a chance to go, prepare themselves properly, come here with the documents that our members of this Senate want to hear. Because I also have some questions with regards to unremitted statutory deductions.
Through the chair.
So I'm with respect,
Governor, let the senator finish, then you can come in.
With respect to Governor, if I tell you I wanted to know something to do with the unremitted statutory deductions. You have so much, almost 477 million. And therefore, if we tell you to go back, we are telling you that go and prepare yourself. You're my brother. Come here when you are fully prepared. Because right now you are patching up. This one is patching here, the other one is patching here. We are not having consistency. We are saving your face, basically.
Through Chair, I address this issue because among the 7.2, we don't need 3 days actually. 7.2 estimated allocation from national government is 5.5. The revenue is 3.369.
5.33. That's what we'll give you.
Yes.
Not 5. Not
I'm giving you an estimate.
Okay.
On source revenue is 369. The balance is conditional grant.
You see, that's where you are getting it wrong, Governor. The control budget is telling you in a report that you cannot take conditional grants into account. If you get money for a contractor to come and do a road for you, you are not going to recruit staff to do that job. They are coming in as business people, they do a road for you, they go. So if we give you 205 million to do a road in Keroka, you cannot come here with a table and you tell us you put that money here. Now your revenue is 7.2. What you should actually trust what you are CEC. Is it CEC Finance? Yeah? What he's telling you that what you are giving us is erroneous. That's why he's telling you he wants time to correct what you have given us, because this is wrong. If you read the control budget report, he has analyzed your revenue professionally without any bias and told you this is what revenue for Nyamira is. So what you should be giving us should take into account that revenue, and that will remove this figure. So if you go back, you cannot come with this 47%. You'll come with figures that agree with the control budget that wage bill is at 55%. This is not, I have nothing against you people. We all have the interest of this county at heart.
Chairman,
just a minute.
Just a minute, Governor, then I'll come back to you.
Give me, we deal with counties here. It's not the only, you're not the only one. We have nothing against Nyamira. We deal with counties every day on these issues. And we want to help you, help our people in Nyamira. That's why we are raising these issues, so that we do things properly. You follow this idea of saying you have broken the law in recruitment. It's not good for us, it's not good for you.
Yes, Governor, you can come. You can now come in.
We had the last meeting we had with the park. It was official that we have to include conditional grants because it's a staff of the county who implements them. So it needs to be clarified to us.
Through Chair, you know, as I told you, the control budget, that is the office we trust. Because we assume she is professional, she has nothing against you or against any governor. So what she gives us is professional. She has auditors, accountants, economists. That's why we trust what she tells us. If it was from me, the committee can doubt. But this is from a constitutional office holder, governor. Who is unbiased
Omogeni finish first.
who is giving us a professional opinion to help us as senators as we oversight the county of Nyamira. So, you know, you can't come here and say, I disagree with control of budget, because if you have any issues, you can discuss with her before she makes her report. So your report, what you have given us is erroneous, is misleading.
Chair?
Yes, just a minute, yes, let him respond, SCC.
I would disagree with my boss. What I've always said that what my boss has said is true. We can only provide more details as you directed. Secondly, Chair, the figures we've used are actual figures as extracted by the Office of Auditor General in their reports. The actual employee cost versus actual performance in terms of revenue. So these two constitutional officers have records and have reports, and we are ready to bring the information as you direct.
Do you have it? Maybe the one of Auditor General. You can give us.
Chair.
So
Unfortunately,
you are agreeing with us that you are not prepared for this meeting. We give you time. Maybe you bring you give the information which you didn't come up with. Are you in agreement with that position?
Chair, not really. Not that we are not prepared. It's because the letter, if the letters had specified that we bring those the details, we could have brought.
Through you, Chair, I've been waiting to...
You people,
Chair,
you are the one who misled
Chair, kindly.
the governor.
Chair, kindly.
Yeah, I think you people are not supporting the governor. Whatever you have come up with here, it's not for the governor to struggle. We have handled so many other counties like this, and they don't have this kind of a problem that you people have. We want you to, as I stated earlier, if you needed time, we would be able to give you. And then you can tell us, or we can tell you when to come, when you are fully loaded with information that all these senators here are looking for. Because whatever answers you are giving us are so inadequate that my brother here, who is representing you in the Senate, is not satisfied at all. So why don't you say, okay, fine, when do you want us to come back, so that we bring all the information? We're even embarrassed right now, if I can tell you, you are one of the critical staff of finance, that you owe the employees 477 million, and you're not even telling us on how you are going to, this is statutory deductions, which you don't even submit. How do you intend, when these people go and retire, how do you intend to pay them? So these are among the issues that you...
Through Chair, we don't owe anybody.
Just a second, Governor. So, Gloria, can you raise your issue so that the governor can respond together?
Chair, it's very clear that the issue that is bringing confusion, Chair, is whether conditional grants are included in the total revenue. And what's the governor? Chair, I wish you, Senator Omogeni, Commissioner and Chair, you know I'm contributing and I would like for you to weigh in. So if you could pay attention, because this one is for you. I wish, what I've heard the governor asking also is that if he can be guided, if not by this committee, I know you have said that we trust the control of budget, but this issue is actually a recurring issue with many counties. And it is obvious that the 55%, is it 55 or 56%? 55. 55% has been tabulated with the conditional grants having been removed from the on-source revenue. In which case, Chair, there are some points that even we have not interrogated, where Nyamira County is talking about how they are intentionally going to reduce that wage bill. And I was hoping we get to that place, because they're talking about automating things and what, because whether it is 47 or 55, they're still way above the figure, which I think is 35%. So in fact, what we are arguing about is you're on the wrong anyway. Whether it is 47 or 55, you're on the wrong anyway. So, Chair, if you can guide, my two questions are: I've seen that they have submitted this list of names for forgeries. My question would be: does this mean that they have stopped working? They are no longer receiving salaries?
We are not paying them.
And then in terms of these officers who have been recruited in 2023, which is being termed an illegal recruitment, are they also not receiving salaries? And then, Chair, finally, what is the percentage once these things you have outlined here, after you have implemented these things, what percentage do you think will come down? Do you think you will come down to 35% or not? Those are my questions, Chair. Thank you.
To bring to the attention of the House that even if we have given measures we are putting in place to bring the wage bill down, but remember, over 40%, over 40 counties out of 47 are beyond 35 because of reasons which we have tabulated here. Like CPS, which we are not involved, like SRC increments, of course, which come annually. And I wanted to bring it to your attention that in terms of the issue of unlimited of 400-something million Senator Masaya was talking about, I wish to clarify that we are up to date in paying CPF and RAF fund. What there was of those things of 400-something went to court and we won. So it's an issue I think the county attorney can explain. County attorney can explain.
Yeah, you have a very good argument. And you people don't seem to understand this. You want to proceed, and yet you are half-baked with half-baked information. You need to give us that information, which the governor is talking about now. Do you have that information with you?
Your permission, Chair,
Yes, you can go.
before the Honorable Attorney comes in, the emerging issues like the issues of unremitted pensions and all that, if that was requested for us to bring, we would have done so, because as far as we are concerned, just like the governor has explained, we have cleared all our pension obligations up to 30th of June. And number two, the issues that a claim that was lodged by LAP Fund over the outstanding pension arrears from local authorities was a matter that was litigated in court, and the court made a judgment to that effect. If that was included in the invite, we would have provided that information. But the county attorney has details of the case where the local authorities fund took us to court over the claims of local authorities.
What I can your team, is it possible, because there is a lot of many contradictions in this book, is it possible to be given time to go and check and come with your own document so we can do the perfect work? That is my proposal, Chairperson.
Yeah, I hope through you could have listened to what he just explained. I think you were talking. Give him time. He puts about pension contributions.
Sorry, Governor, there is one thing I forgot also, as we list Magara, the one at page 2, this job group, S to A. Where do we place CHVs Are they casuals?
They are not employees.
Where do you place them? Where do we put them? Because we are talking about labor issues. Where do we place them?
The chair.
Where do we categorize them? And are they paid to date?
Thank you, Chair. The CHPs have not been graded by SRC, and therefore they are not in the main payroll. CHPs are paid through a separate arrangement between national government and the county governments. They are entitled to a stipend of 5,000. National government pays them directly 2,500, and the county government pays them 2,500.
You paid them to date?
I will check the records.
No. Now, if everything you tell us, you check records. Nobody has.
We don't want to lie to the House because CHPs are not part of the public service.
Okay, that's very well. So you can give us a report next time. You tell us how many you have.
Yes.
When did you last pay them?
Yes.
What arrears you owe them?
Yes.
It's okay. We can give you time. That's okay. Then you are to give us something which I have not seen, the adverts for this staff.
The chairman was supposed to comment before we concluded, but the honorable attorney was supposed to.
You gave us copies. We just wanted copies. The way you gave us for the officers you have recruited.
We gave you the officers who have been recruited, but the adverts and the rest of the staff, that comes from the board. We have given you the final product.
Can the board chair maybe address that one before we proceed?
On the adverts, we have them in the office, but we didn't carry them here. We have the adverts and the reports of recruitment and all the minutes. We could not anticipate that they were required because they were not in this. But if we can do that, even by tomorrow, Monday, you can get them because they are available.
We hear you.
The reports of the board.
We hear you, but you note you are letting your governor down. Honestly, Bwana Governor, your team is not doing well. That we like, maybe they'll have to bring them back again. Senator Faki, you're saying something?
The officers recruited in 2023, they have just given us the positions that were available. But the names of those who are recruited and their salaries has not been given. And the positions, yes. You know, we expected you to bring us a list of the people who have been, if you say we recruited 3 people as legal assistants in the office of the governor, yeah, will give us the names of those who are recruited, yeah, and their effective date.
So on this matter, Governor, information which is not being availed by your team, let us say this: within 14 days, you provide documents for the recruitment which was done in 2023, starting with the advert until the end of the process. 2019, sorry. Then you provide parallel copies showing the exit of the 104 staff who are dismissed because of fake documents. Then you provide documents showing the essential cadres that needed to be employed during the governor's tenure. Within 14 days, you write to the committee, then we assess, then we'll communicate further.
Oh, please.
Community health promoters. So
Sorry,
I think for
Chair, you needed to amend. You know, the report at page 8, it's from the year 2019 to 2024, not 2023.
2019, just to show how you recruited this.
Yeah.
So we are giving with you just like those, you give us those response, then the committee will process them. Is that in agreement, Governor?
Obliged.
Yeah. So, of course, the secretary of the board is the one to write those ones so that we can be able to interrogate further. So, you had requested that you wanted to make your statement at the end of this deliberation. So, maybe this time I'll give you maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes. You say what you wanted to say.
Chair, through you.
There is no room for him to make statement under what? You know, if there is anything,
Chair, I believe you are the chair of this committee and you have ruled.
For Governor, let's say it's your closing remarks, not statement, closing remarks.
Thank you so much, Chairman and honorable senators, for giving us an opportunity to explain to you what the auditor had put in the accounts. As we move forward, I request through you, the Senate of Nyamira, to be coming or be contacting the governor for some petty information which we can give him instead of bringing to the Senate. And I would urge him not to take these issues to the funerals where people are bereaved, they're paining, and he should be sensitive. That's all. But going forward, we are ready to cooperate with the Senate.
Thank you, Chair. I want to assure the governor that in the discharge of my work, I will never be directed by you. I do my work as per the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya and through the mandate that I've been given by the people of Nyamira. I'm sorry to tell you, Chairman, to tell you, Governor, you will never direct me where to go. You will never direct me how to engage my people of Nyamira. So I will disappoint you, I'm sorry. If that will annoy you, I'm sorry. So I will do my work without being directed by your office. What I need to seek from the floor of the House, I will do. What I need to get from your office, I will write to you. But you will not direct me how to do my work, whether I should come to your office or not. So you should learn to tolerate my existence as Senator of Nyamira.
Thank you, Senator. That is a matter maybe which will be addressed not in the documents we would want you to provide is how you arrived at the figure of the about 47%, while the Auditor General went to 55%. So that one you need to provide clear documents. There being no other business, the meeting stands adjourned. Thank you.